24/7.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olsson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olsson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olsson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olsson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
You asked for it. Nonstop flights between Pierre and Minneapolis. Now you can book nonstop flights from Pierre to Minneapolis and Denver on Denver Air Connection. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets with fares starting at just $119 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Business, pleasure, a game, a winter getaway. It's easy when you fly from Pierre. Visit DenverAirConnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Minneapolis flights begin November 30th.
In a world that's always moving, your journey matters. And at Iverson Auto Group, we're here to get you on the road with a great selection of new and used vehicles and trailers, and keep you on the road with top-notch service, maintenance, and support. Every mile of your journey, the experienced team at Iverson Auto in Mitchell and Huron are here to help. Visit us in Mitchell and Huron or start your search at iversonauto.com to begin your journey today.
At Busse Ford in Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Busse Ford in Highmore and experience the difference.
Busse Ford, building partnerships for life.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Being local means more than being just another small-town business. It means showing up for our member owners when they need us, supporting the organizations that empower the next generation of community leaders and agriculturalists, and providing resources to help ensure the communities we live in are here for generations to come. At Agtegra Cooperative, local isn't just about where our locations are. It's about serving our farmers, our employees, and our communities in ways that nobody else will.
Hey Josie, why so glum, chum? I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a re-carpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start stop technology, you'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierce, South Dakota.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Protect what matters most with the Britney Schiefelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Britney Schiefelbein Agency, LLC.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Pierre Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan, and they're focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Getting ready to head out to the game or getting back afterwards? DJ Cenex is a must before or after your travels. DJ Cenex has a great selection of hot and cold snacks. They're second to none for your choice of hot or cold beverages too. And when you're heading out, be sure to fuel up with quality from the pumps at DJ's with 3 different grades. Back late? No problem. DJ's features pay at the pump convenience 24 hours a day. DJ Cenex, 507 West Sioux and Pierre. Your choice for quality service and selection.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hello, this is Charlie Grossenburg from Grossenburg Implement. I'd like to take a moment to extend a warm and heartfelt Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all our loyal customers, hardworking employees, and the incredible community of Winter and the surrounding areas. From our family to yours, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and love of family and friends. Thank you for your continued trust and support. We look forward to serving you in 2025 and beyond.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Deficit at halftime. They roared from behind and defeated the Golden Eagles 61-58. A great start, really, for both teams. So we've got a fun one coming your way here in your official home of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. I'm Brian Oakland with William Wilson in studio, and once again, Brian Menning will do the camera work for Live Tickets, and we'll be offering up a video webcast of this one through drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page, your DRG News app as well. You can also watch on your smart TVs, perhaps through GoGovs.live. Thanks to all for doing their part here. It's Pierre and Rapid City Central, and our coverage of the Pierre Governors on River 92.7 is brought to you by your Pierre Sports marketing partners, who include Bank West, Beck Motor Company, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Capital City, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, and Avera Orthopedics. Also Rinky Gray Wealth Management, Overhead Door, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, Live Tickets, and the Britney Schiefelbein Agency, LLC. Coverage of the Governors also brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, Avera Health, May Adam Law Office, TMA, Dakota Mart, and Access Health, and brought to you in part by Wagner Auto, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Pierre Regional Airport, Slumberland Furniture, Zander Auto Parts, and American Bank and Trust, by the Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Ferding Electric, Bauman Lumber, and Oahe Federal Credit Union. And our coverage of Governor Sports on River 92.7 brought to you within the game by your in-game special sponsors, including Bank West, South Dakota's Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners, Family Dental, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Keep up to date with the scores of this afternoon's game, with the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, sponsored by Gales Gas, offering their budget plan and keep full service and help you stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Right now, a sophomore game that has Rapid City Central leading 39-32. With a little over 3 minutes to play in this one, we will take our opening 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we venture into our Bank West pregame show, brought to you by Bank West, for the best and a look around high school basketball and the season opening efforts that occurred last night around South Dakota. And we'll get you set up with today's schedule and maybe look at the week ahead among other things. Of course, conversations with the head coaches and keys to success, starting lineups, and more, all coming up in our Bank West pregame show beginning in 3 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball and your official home of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Tide Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience, learn from factory-trained service experts, and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Tide Machinery, Highmore, Miller, and Pierre, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olsson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olsson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Fort Pierre or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Brian Oakland back at Riggs High Gym. We welcome you to our Bank West pregame show. And before we take a look around South Dakota and the state of basketball here in our opening weekend, let's remind everybody on the road for the holiday season or for high school sports or even for winter driving, which has been a little bit dicey in the eastern part of the state today. Remember that we ought to slow down and stay alert. Don't veer for deer. And certainly remember that snow means slow. Buckle up every trip, every time. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Well, last night, the season got started, both in winning notes for the teams that we'll see today, the Pierre Governors and the Rapid City Central Cobblers. Governors defeated Rapid City Stevens 52-41. Central, again, was down 39-29 at halftime at Aberdeen Central, but they came back, beat the Golden Eagles 61-58. Also in South Dakota last night, Sioux Falls Jefferson defeated Roosevelt in Sioux Falls 69-56. This is boys basketball. Sioux Falls Lincoln over Washington 65-55. And Brandon Valley beat O'Gorman 54-49. T-Area went to Huron, got a win 69-63. Huron, I expect good things from. Obviously, T-Area looks pretty good as they're now a part of the AA mix as well. Spearfish wins at Belle Fourche in the Black Hills Conference 64-28. Governors will be at Spearfish a week from today. Watertown goes to Brookings and gets a 78-45 win. Also, Custer over Sturgis last night, 71-54. Harrisburg and Yankton were to have a double header, but the travel issues that are happening today began last night in the southeast part of the state, and they postponed that due to weather. So already, right away, a postponement in Class AA basketball. The girls' games, again, there were a lot of double headers last night in girls' basketball. But the Pierre Governors at Rapid City Stevens last night got beaten quite soundly. Stevens was leading 46-15 at halftime. The Governors played a little bit better in the second half. I guess they scored 15 points after halftime as well. But Stevens wins it 64-30 overall. Rapid City Stevens looking very strong. Of course, the Governors rebuilding just a little bit, but they'll get better. And we'll see what they do today against Rapid City Central. Justin Cowart will have the call of that one starting in about an hour or so at Rapid City Central. Rapid City Central, by the way, losing to Aberdeen Central last night, 39-26. Meanwhile, Vermilion, the number one ranked team to start the season in Class A, beats Mitchell at the Corn Palace 41-24. Out west in girls basketball, it was Sturgis over Custer 52-34. Huron defeating T-Area 43-39. Brookings over Watertown in overtime 55-49. Spearfish with a 64-43 win over Belle-Fourche. And then in Sioux Falls, it was Washington easily over Lincoln 73-39. And a tight one with Roosevelt over Jefferson, 44-42. Rapid City Central just winning the sophomore game here at Riggs High Gym. Here's today's schedule, and pretty much the same. 3 games in AA basketball with Pierre in Rapid City Central. Of course, the girls in Rapid City. The boys are here at Riggs High Gym. Also, Aberdeen Central and Rapid City Stevens with the girls in Rapid City and the boys at Golden Eagle Arena. The only other games going on, F. Douglas hosting Rapid City Christian with a girls and boys doubleheader in the Black Hills Conference. In the week ahead, Governors will be at Sturgis and Spearfish and boys hoops next Friday and Saturday afternoon. The girls will be hosting Sturgis and Spearfish. Rapid City Stevens and Central will be hosting Huron and Mitchell in a pair of girls and boys doubleheaders on Friday and Saturday. That's a quick look at the state of basketball here as we are underway in the new basketball season. 3-minute timeout. We'll come back, chat with our coaches and keys to success. We'll hear from TJ Hay of Rapid City Central in a bit, but we'll begin our Central Dakota Eye Care Keys to Success with Brianna Kuzler of the Pierre Governors here on your official home of the Govs, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Peitz Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Peitz Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building building consultation.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe.
Back at Ringside Gym as once again we try to get our coaches interviews started up here. Coaches' Comments, Keys to Success, sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Actually, I tell you what, Will Wilson, why don't we take another 1 minute timeout, and we will have our coaches' comments. Keys to Success. We'll try it again next in 1 minute on River 92.7.
This is Coach.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box.
Technology is failing me today, and Keys to Success with our coaches' comments are, I guess we'll just have to paraphrase the conversations that we had with both TJ Hay of Rapid City Central and with Brianna Kuzler, the head coach of the Pierre Governors. Keys to Success, sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care. We talked with Coach Kuzler about last night's win and how much fun it was to open the season the way the Governors played. A fast-paced team that wants to push the issue, especially defensively. And even though a slow start offensively for the Governors, the defense kicked in. The offense started in at about the midway point of the second quarter, and an 18-10 scoring advantage for Pierre put them up by 4 at halftime. But then it just seemed like they put the ball into their hands of their leader, Luke Olsson, from the point. He scored 14 points in the second half, did a great job in an 18-point overall total. But the Governors got good production. They had 3 players in double figures with Cord Austin, 12 points, Corday Austin, and then also Dawson Getz with 10. And Coach Kuzler was appreciative of the fact that with Dawson Getz on the bench in early foul trouble through the first half, they played as well as they did without him out there. And that was another comment that we talked about. For me, it was fun to see the defense play as well as it did, but also a good shooting percentage. They were somewhere in the mid-40s as far as percentile on my stat sheet. And I think if they can stay consistent in that regard, then the Governors have a lot of good things ahead of them. They're going to need more of that today against a Rapid City Central team that obviously showed some quickness and some ability to turn, I believe, turnovers into points or get some fast breaks going, because they had a really fine second half of play at Aberdeen Central last night. That we're talking about the Cobblers now. And for today, I think still early in the season, I think it's key to success for both teams to to continue what was working last night. Rapid City Central we'll talk about in a moment. It's got some things to clean up according to our conversation with head coach TJ Hay. But for the Governors, just try to keep doing, try to stay consistent shooting the basketball, try to continue to do what worked last night against the Stevens Raiders, and that was causing turnovers and getting the fast break game going as it did last night. Keys to success for the Governors and head coach Brianna Kuzler, brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care. Let's hear from them, and then we will rehash our conversation with TJ Hay of the Central Cobblers as our keys to success continue after this. This is Governor Basketball.
Did you know 16 million Americans suffer from dry eye? Hi, this is Dr. Nick Marso of Central Dakota Eye Care. Along with providing comprehensive eye exams evaluating vision and health of your eyes, we now offer IPL dry eye treatments. OptiLight IPL is a new, innovative light therapy treatment for dry eye and is FDA approved. Also available at our clinic are dry eye products and supplements. Call us today, 224-6128 for more information and to schedule an appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
Keys to success from Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre, talking with TJ Hay, the head coach of the Rapid City Central Cobblers. Central went to Aberdeen last night to open the season, and Aberdeen Central was leading 39-29 at halftime. And you're thinking, well, it's a Central team that finished 2-18 last year, was able to only win 2 games out of 20. But I'll tell you what, something popped and something started clicking for the Cobblers in that second half as they ran off 32 points against Aberdeen Central's, trying to do quick math, 20. I think 32-20. The second half scoring in Rapid City Central comes up with a 61-58 victory. That's not the right second half math. 32 to... Anyway, pretty good effort for Rapid City Central in that second half. And really looking at their roster this year, when Coach Hay gave me his starters, it is pretty much an all-new starting 5. He's got a few of those starters that did get some minutes last year, but they've got a transfer in from Lakota Tech who was at Rapid City Central a couple of years ago, Gilbert White Jr., who will kind of help lead the way. I saw Gilbert White play one game for Lakota Tech last year when I did a game for Mobridge Pollock, and I'll tell you what, a kid can play, and these Central Cobblers are going to be a fun team to watch. It is not the Central team that we saw a year ago. Of course, in the opening weekend of the season, the Governors took a while, but they eventually got the offense going, and they got a win on that Saturday afternoon at Nas Gymnasium. Going to be a fun one here today, I believe, but a tough one for both teams because I think we're going to see 2 teams that'll play a very similar style. Now, Coach Hay did say one thing that was very similar to Rapid City Stevens last night. The Cobblers did not shoot well from outside the arc. In fact, they were 0 for 10. If you recall last night from our broadcast, the Stevens Raiders were 0 for 15 before they finally put one down late in the fourth quarter last night. So they were 1 out of 16. Governors defended the 3 well last night. They're going to have to do more of the same today. And another comment I made with Coach Kuzler was, well, if teams, if teams are missing the 3-pointers, then obviously you get a lot of rebounding opportunities. Rebounding, coaches will always tell you, is one of the top keys to success, and that'll be the same for today. But I think Rapid City Central's got a bit of a new attitude and probably a lot of excitement for them after that come from behind win last night. So coach's comments from TJ Hay, the veteran head coach of the Rapid City Central Cobblers. We appreciate his time as well. Coach's time and keys to success, sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Let's pause for 2 minutes. We'll come back and get into starting lineups from Envirotech. Starters are next. This is Governor Basketball on River 92.7, live streaming at drgnews.com.
Scott Dornell with...
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business. Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olsson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olsson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olsson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olsson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box.
As they roll Pierre high away on the sound system, we get closer in our Bank West pregame show to tip off. It's time for the starters from Envirotech. But first, we remind you are listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI Pierre. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Here are the starting lineups for today's game, brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. And once again for the Governors, they start 4 seniors plus Corday Austin, the 6'3" junior who impressed in his first varsity contest last night. Luke Olsson is the point guard, the 5'11" senior with 18 points and some other fine statistical efforts last night as well. Sawyer Sonnenschein, a 5'8" senior. Dawson Getz, a 6'3" senior shooting guard, that is, and Eladio Simmental, the 6'1" senior. Also in the starting 5 with Austin, Sonnenschein, Simmental, Getz, and Olsson. Last night we saw Caden Ahartz, a 6'2" sophomore, Lincoln Dilgis, a 6'4" junior, Carter Schiefelbein, a 5'10" sophomore. Sutton Sonnenschein hit a big 3 in the second quarter, a 5'10" sophomore off the bench as well. And of course the Governors playing without 6'6" sophomore Cooper Terwilliger out this season because of shoulder surgery. Governors 1-0 on the season, head coached by Brianna Kuzler, assisted by Skip Kurth, Brevin Kaiser, Craig Ullman, and Cooper Hartley. Their opponent today, the Rapid City Central Cobblers. And the Cobs will start this way. A 5'8" senior junior, Allen, runs the point. Caden Matthew, a 6'2" senior, lines up at a forward. We mentioned Gilbert White Jr., a 5'11" senior in the backcourt as well. Forwards also include Julius Duran, a 6'4" junior, and Waylon Benbow, a 5'11", big body junior for the Rapid City Central Cobblers. And Allen, Matthew, White, Duran, and Benbow, the starting 5. Cobblers will go 9 or 10 deep off of their bench for head coach TJ Hay and the 1-0 Rapid City Central Cobblers. We're back in 90 seconds with more Governor Basketball.
You asked for it, not...
In a world that's always moving, your journey matters. And at Iverson Auto Group, we're here to get you on the road with a great selection of new and used vehicles and trailers, and keep you on the road with top-notch service, maintenance, and support. Every mile of your journey, the experienced team at Iverson Auto in Mitchell and Huron are here to help. Visit us in Mitchell and Huron or start your search at iversonauto.com to begin your journey today.
At Jan Busse Ford in Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Busse Ford in Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Busse Ford, building partnerships for life.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal.
Back at Ringside Gym, closer to the opening tip as Pierre Governors take on the Rapid City Central Cobblers. We gave you the Envirotech starting lineups. Let's give you the other starting lineup. That is the naming of today's game officials. We call them the law on the court. And today's game officials, licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate high school basketball, and we thank them for doing what is very oftentimes a thankless job in officiating high school sports. Today's game officials are Jason Kono, Jeremy Michelson, and Jeff Schroeder. Our game officials, once again, Jason Kono, Jeremy Michelson, and Jeff Schroeder. Thanks, guys, for being our law on the court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. We'll hear from them. We'll hear from Comtech, too. By the way, Comtech helping us out with a Christmas countdown, a countdown to Christmas contest that we've got coming up. You might want to read more about that at drgnews.com. 1 minute, we tip it off. Pierre Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, drgnews.com.
Every day you should.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe
Opening tip coming right up as the Governors will be in their road greens today. Rapid City Central on a back-to-back road trip. Aberdeen last night where they wore their road reds today. It's not a laundry day. They brought their home whites, and Rapid City Central will wear their home whites with the silver numbers and red trim here in their road greens. They'll be heading left to right as you watch this one. It'll be Eladio Simmental jumping center against Julius Duran in our Comtech opening tip. Rapid City Central will head in a right to left fashion. It is Simmental who wins that Comtech opening tip, and we are underway. Game number 2 of the young basketball season. Ryan Oakland with a play-by-play. William Wilson in studio. Governors with that opening possession. We've also got Brian Menning on camera with live ticket. You can watch this game at drgnews.com. and the River 92.7 page or at gogovs.live. Little miscommunication, and a Dawson Getz pass goes out of bounds as he was looking for Simmental on the left wing. But Central will get it back as the Govs will trap the Rapid City Central ball handler, Julius Duran, right across half court. And a good job by Sawyer Sonnenschein coming in here to induce a jump ball, and the possession arrow will switch immediately, but Central still has the possession here. The inbound to Junior Allen. Sonnenschein defending. Allen brings it up to the top of the key, passes it over to Caden Matthew. Now Gilbert White back to Matthew. And Allen again. Left side, near side. White back to Junior Allen, up and in for 3. Well, the Cobblers were 0 for 10 last night, and this is kind of what Brianna Kuzler said. She knew they didn't shoot well last night. She thought they'd come out here guns blazing today, and the Governors with a tipped ball into the backcourt, able to save it and keep the possession alive. But Rapid City Central with some good, quick hands defense already. Here goes Simmental to the rack. Shot was blocked by Matthew. It's up no good, but then the rebound is put back up and in by Corday Austin with a second chance basket. And the Governors on the board, but Central leads 3-2. Girls game with these two teams in Rapid City. That'll start in about an hour. Pregame in about a half an hour on KGFX AM. Here's Gilbert White. His shot for three blocked by Luke Olson as that'll be saved underneath by Sawyer Sonnenschein. Here are the Governors inside. Simmental pump fake. Shot up with the bunny will not go. And found that he probably wasn't expecting. A high percentage shot will not fall. Gilbert White tries to go acrobatic, but he can't make a fast break layup attempt. And Dawson gets with a rebound. He'll get one back to Sonnenschein, and Sonny burns one down from the outside. 3 ball good for Sawyer Sonnenschein, and it's 5-3. The Governors with 5 unanswered. Already fast pace of play, 2 minutes in. And both teams having I imagine they're kind of having fun getting back at it. Here's Matthew, inside, outside. Now to Junior Allen. Spin move in the lane. Shot up, a good-looking effort, but it won't go. It's off the back of the rim. The rebound is down to Austin, and the Governors head back left to right across the time stripe. Looking to add to 5 in a row and a 5-3 lead. Here is Olson waiting for a screen. Actually wasn't there. He goes against it to the baseline. Kicks out Corday Austin. He'll pull up from 14 and misfire a little bit short. Allen down with the Central rebound, and the Cobblers have it again. Here is Gilbert White, open on the baseline. This one won't go from 10 feet. And Central, who hit their first three-pointer, struggling to hit anything else so far. Zip of a pass, Olson underneath to Austin, and he'll spin and put it up and in from point-blank range. 4 for Corday Austin, along with a 3 ball for Sawyer Sonnenschein. The Govs lead 7-3. Caden Matthew on the drive underneath. That comes up short from short range as well. And Dawson crashes the boards for the 3rd time. Across the timeline for Pierre. Simmental slowing it up just a bit. Now Luke Olson. As Ollie makes a fake. He'll drive against White. Underneath. Kick out. Sonnenschein for 3 again. Sawyer Sonnenschein. Good. 2 for 2. That's the golfing connection for the Governors. Luke Olson, Sawyer Sonnenschein, 10-3. The Governors have rolled up a double-digit point run of their own right now. Here's Waylon Benbow underneath. He'll get a pump fake, get a couple of Governors in the air, one of which will foul in the act of shooting, and this foul will go to Eladio Simmental. First whistle and a ding against a player in the game. Good start for both. Well, a good start with Central hitting their first three-pointer, but again, offensively, they've gone a little bit cold since. Meanwhile, the Governors with a couple of Sonnenschein threes, a couple of Corday Austin buckets as well, and they lead 10-3. Benbow's first free throw off the front of the rim. It will not go. And now Rapid City Central's hoping to get anything down, even a one-pointer, but this second one off the back of the rim, but a long rebound, and that is brought down by Julius Duran. He's 6'4" player in the post. So Central keeps the possession alive, and now they're looking for 3 again. That's Caden Matthew out, no good. Rebound comes down on the floor to Rapid City Central. The feed up to Junior Allen. That was Duran with another offensive board, but now a pass that gets away. It's a steal for Luke Olson. He'll lead it up ahead and feed to Simmental. So now that was Austin again. It was Austin from the right side, and a dipsy-do reverse with the left hand scooped up and in. 12-3. Here's a 3 for White that won't go. And Olson gets the tip of the rebound. Up ahead, but it's knocked away. And this, I believe, might have been White who got a hand on it. We'll give him the steal, and it's back to the Cobblers. 12-3 Pierre, 3:20 counting down quarter number 1. Fun start as we expected. Just expected Rapid City Central to be scoring just a little bit more, but now they'll lose one in the lane. A fumble of the pass by Duran in the middle, I believe it was. Here's Sonnenschein, wanted another 3, but this one a little bit more out of range. White is there for the rebound, and Rapid City Central has it again. Again, 12-3 our score. Duran spins and drives. Ooh, and now we've got a blocking foul that is called against the Governors. That was Duran who came in, tried to split defenders, a little bit out of control. So a bit of a kind of an unfortunate turn of events here for the Govs. It's Austin who ends up on the floor, but Corday with his first personal foul. Governors will sub first with Simmental checking out. And Carter Schiefelbein will come in for the first time today, the 5'10" sophomore. Inbound off of the baseline comes out to Duran. He'll fire a three. That one rims in and out, no good. Nice look, but there again is Dawson Getz with the rebound. And we've got a whistle. No foul. Be a kick of a pass, I believe it was, as I was looking at my stat sheet. The Governors will throw in from in front of their student body in a gray out today. That's the theme, although student body not very heavily populated today here at Riggs High Gym. Central's first substitution brings out Caden Matthews. Sean Smith, the 5'10 junior, on for the first time this afternoon. Govs lead 12-3, but as Olsson gets forced back to the half-court stripe, he has to save it, and he throws it into the hands of a waiting Cobbler defender. Takeaway for Rapid City Central, looking for three in the corner, but Sean Smith, who just checked in, can't get it to fall. Austin up high for the one-handed rebound. Now it's Luke Olson on the floor. He fumbles the dribble. Gilbert White comes out of there with it. He'll lead it up ahead to Waylon Benbow, and at long last, a second basket of the game is down for the Central Cobblers. I thought it was Benbow who put it, but they said Julius Duran. I think that was, Benbow. They've got it on the board, number 21. So 12-5 our score. Here's Schiefelbein down to the baseline left side. He'll kick it out. Dawson gets money from three. Dawson's first shot of the game. Shooting specialist. Here as White falls down. It's an easy pick for Luke Olson. Breakaway is good. Olson good with the layup. And as he falls to the floor, he takes Jason Kono, the official, with him, who falls down right on top. A foul is called. Olson gets the layup. And he'll go to the free throw line to try to get a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Couple of steals for Luke Olson. Now the Govs lead 17-5. And I didn't catch who the foul was on. They've already wiped it away from the scoreboard, but it's the first team foul for Rapid City Central. Olson tries a free throw. It's up, no good. Austin tips the rebound, but it's White who comes in and takes it away for the Cobblers. Gilbert trying to go the distance. So we've got a foul on the floor. Shot will be waved off. And the Governors will have their third team foul. And it's 25 with the foul. That's Sutton Sonnenschein. He crept onto the game floor a moment ago. Here comes Benbow out for Rapid City Central, and Brandon Eisler, a 6'4 junior, on for the first time. Also a new shooter here as a three-pointer attempted by Preston Yellow. That's no good. And then Luke Olson trying to get the rebound, but loses it out of bounds or stepped on the end line. And it is still Cobbler basketball, 17-5. Simmental will check back in. Olson out for a quick break. Stoppage of play with 1:20 to play. Quarter number one. Fast start as it turned out for the Govs, even though Central scored first. Here's White. Now Sutton Sonnenschein on him. White is going to travel with it as he tried to dribble into the lane. And Gilbert White maybe just trying to do a little too much on that particular sequence. Still 17-5. Govs by 12 early on. Keep in mind, Rapid City Central was down by double digits at Aberdeen last night, and they came back and won that basketball game. So this game has a long way to go for sure. Sutton Sonnenschein with it as he tries to put it on the floor, but loses it. Now we've got bodies on the floor and a held ball. It'll be Pierre basketball on the alternating possession, as they'll get to keep it here. Both teams really trying to play fast-paced, and I think the Governors were doing a nice job of that, running the fast break, getting their shots to fall early on. But right now, both teams getting a little more careless, and whoever can kind of settle down and settle in, as Brianna Kusler would say, is going to take the advantage here. This is Aharts. Caden Aharts feeding underneath the Sutton Sonnenschein, who collected the pass, collected the dribble. Nice little reverse from left to right. And now as Julius Duran drives against Sonnenschein, it'll be Sutton reaching in and picking up his second personal foul. Fourth as a team for the Govs with 32 seconds left. Sutton will check out. Older brother, but I would say little brother, affectionately, Sawyer Sonnenschein back in, the senior. Sawyer with a couple of threes to spearhead the movement for the Govs here in the first quarter. This is Gilbert White as he gets it left from Sean Smith, and White hits a three ball. Second one of those down for Rapid City Central. And they're back within 11 here, 19-8. 15 seconds to go. Govs can play for the last shot of the quarter if they'd like. Here's Simmental back in there, top of the key. Loses the dribble, got a little careless with it. 5th turnover for the Govs, and now Rapid City Central can get a last shot. Quick fire, White, and desperation. He may have had a little more time, but he didn't know exactly how much. He fires, but it's off the mark, and a good first quarter of play comes to an end for the Pierre Governors on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. The Govs, 19, and Rapid City Central, 8. The lead of 11 on the scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We pause for 60 seconds. Quarter number 2 is next. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball, your official home of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
This holiday.
Being local means more than being just another small-town business. It means showing up for our member owners when they need us, supporting the organizations that empower the next generation of community leaders and agriculturalists, and providing resources to help ensure the communities we live in are here for generations to come. At Agtegra Cooperative, local isn't just about where our locations are. It's about serving our farmers, our employees, and our communities in ways that nobody else will.
Hey Josie, why so glum, chum? I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym. A nice start for the Pierre Governors on their home floor, even though they're wearing the road jerseys today. 8 out of 12 on the floor, including 3 out of 4 from outside the arc. Here's Gilbert White for the Central Cobblers firing a 3. It actually went, but it bounced off the rim, comes up and hits the top of the backboard and the structure that goes along with the rest of the basketball edifice, and then it fell on through, but it was ruled out of bounds. So a missed shot there, and a Governor basketball here. 19-8, and it's Eladio Simmental spins toward the rack. He'll lay it up and in for his first 2. Governors offensively continue with a good start to quarter number 2. Again, 75% shooting in that first quarter of play. Here's Duran with a long pass from Julius Allen, and Duran will drive into the lane and put one up from close range. Nice play there for Julius. Governors back with it. Dawson gets step back 3. Comes up short, and the Cobblers can let that one trickle out of bounds. Gets a little out of rhythm on that one. It'll stay 21-10. Caden Matthew checking in. Preston Yellow, who started the quarter, coming out. TJ Hay with really a much different squad that he's got this year than he had last year. I think they graduated a bunch, but they had some people coming in, some people going out perhaps. As the Cobblers will break the pressure and get it across the timeline. Here another one for Duran for 3. That's a little too strong off the back of the rim, but the rebound is tipped back to Duran. Now they'll work it over to Matthew in the left corner. That is up and good, but we've got a whistle and a stoppage of play here. And I think there's blood coming from the nose of Junior Allen, and that was the reason for the stoppage. So a good alert whistle by the officials here. 21-13 now. The Cobblers with a 5-point flurry here. After the Govs scored first in the second quarter, they've got it back within single digits. Sonnenschein this time feeds inside, though, to Dawson Getz. Dawson kisses one off the glass and scores. A 10-point Governor advantage, 23-13. Here is Yellow. He's back in there for Allen, out with blood. And as Duran drives left side, misses once, gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. Julius Duran crashing the boards with 4 offensive keep-alives now. 23-15, first half play. 6:05 to go. Penetration, kick out, and gets for 3, no good. Olsson battles with White for the rebound. White wins it. And here come the Cobblers again. Caden Matthew stops on the wing. Gives it to Duran. Now back to Matthew. Cobblers slow it up a little bit. Preston Yellow with it. Gilbert White Jr. left wing. Back up to Matthew. And White again. Fakes three. Gets Simmental by him. He drives. Then kicks out to Duran. He wants three. That's no good. But White is there for the rebound. Fouled in the act of shooting on the way back up. And I will say this. These Rapid City Central Cobblers have a little bit of energy boosted so far here in the second period. 23-15. And Coach TJ Hay is going to ask for time. He'll take a 30-second break, and timeouts in our broadcast are brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Grab yourself a Coke and be back in 30 seconds. We're at the free throw line with Gilbert White and the Central Cobblers when we return with more Pierre Governor basketball.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit
23-15. It is Pierre on top. Central scored a first three-pointer, but then Pierre ran off 10 in a row from there and has not trailed since. However, after leading 21-8 after the first basket of the second quarter, it is Rapid City Central on a 7-2 run, and now with Gilbert White at the free throw line, he gets the first of two to go. Not sure who the foul was on now that I think about it, but an 8-2 run with a chance for one more here for the Cobblers. White at the free throw line. Lincoln Dilgis just checked in for the first time today. White is good on the second free throw. He has 5. The lead that was 13 is now down to 4, or make it 6 at 23-17. Governors with Dawson gets across the timeline, hands off to Luke Olsson, coming to the top of the key. Back to Getz, drives inside, pulls up from the half circle, no good. Underneath, Corday Austin grabs the offensive board and puts it back home. It's a big basket for the Governors. Rapid City Central, I think for Pierre's sake, a little too much momentum here in the second period. And as Getz tips a Junior Allen pass, it'll go right to Brianna Kuzler. Quick hands to save face on that one from the coach, but it is still Central basketball. Waylon Benbow checking back in. Braden Eisler is out for Rapid City. 25-17 Governors coming down on the 5-minute mark of the second period. Allen starts with a 1 to Duran. They'll play catch. Duran again. Now Caden Matthew down to the left corner. To the elbow. Here is Allen. Has his pocket picked by Luke Olsson. He just flat out took it away. Olsson challenges Duran and wins it with the layup on the other end. Lucas with 4 now. 27-17. He scored 18 last night. And we've got a sideline violation as Junior Allen tried to get around Dawson Getz defensively. But he steps on the sideline right at the start of the Pierre bench. So turnover number 6 for Central. And Pierre can look to add to a 10-point lead again. 27-17. Olsson to Getz. Fakes left, drives right, leaves it with Sonnenschein. Sutton pulls up from 18 feet this time. That won't go. That was Sawyer, rather, not Sutton. Too many Sonnenscheins, Taylor. 27-17. Here's Matthew over on the left side. Down low to Benbow. Up top, high pass, but Allen gets a fingertip on it, collects it. Here's Duran. 15 on the shot clock, 4 minutes to play first half. Here by 10 to this point. Here is Allen on the move. He'll kick it back, and Matthew looks for 3. He'll rattle it home. Caden Matthew with his second 3 in a row. Junior Allen with the assist, and it's 27-20. Both teams doing a good job distributing the basketball. 7 assists for the Govs, 6 for Rapid City Central. 27-20. Backdoor pass. There is Allen from Luke Olsson. It is up and in, and we've got another whistle. And I think they were checking on the health of Waylon Benbow, who was grimacing a bit, but he says he's okay. But Allen scores, Austin scores another, and he's got 10 points. Luke Olsson with 5 assists so far. He had 5 in the first half last night. 29-20, Governors by 9. Here's Allen pulling up for 3 off the pass, but that one too strong, and Dilgis has a Governor rebound here. Allen hit his first one, the first shot of the day for either team, but doesn't get this one to go. Here's Sonnenschein across the timeline. Sawyer with it. Pass was chipped, but it spins its way to Dawson Getz. Now Dawson to Austin. Corday pulls up from the left elbow. Shot won't go. And the rebound down to Matthew. The Cobblers looking to run. Duran up ahead, and his body bumped by Corday Austin. Shot doesn't go, but he will go to the free throw line. Austin picks up personal foul number 2 and team foul number 2 of the second period. Corday with 10 points to lead all scorers so far, but a couple of fouls will have force him to have to be careful here the rest of this first half. Julius Duran at the free throw line, hitting 2, getting 2. The first one is good. Duran's got some light pink shoes on here today. They don't really stand out until you actually look right at them. 2:51 to play, and the second one good. Good shooting touch for Julius Duran, and we've got Dawson Getz and Caden Matthew colliding, and the official going to stop play here just to talk about it and say, hey, guys, let's settle down. And we're ready to go. The Governors will throw in. Still with a 7-point lead, 29-22. Their biggest lead was 13. It's been cut down to 6 at 1 point of this second quarter. Here is Olsson against White. Luke pushing off. Gilbert White asking for a little help on that one. Meanwhile, back it goes to Dawson Getz, who drives from the top of the key, and he'll hit a floater from the left side. Shot up and good. 31-22. The lead is 9 again. 2:20 to go. Second quarter. Allen sets it up to Duran. Now Matthew drives right baseline. Nowhere to go, but back to Duran. And Matthew again. He wants 3. This one's off the mark. Caught underneath by Lincoln Dilgis. And the Governor's student body. We'll let Caden Matthew hear about that air ball. Matthew doesn't care. He gets a blocked shot. And as Dawson Getz is limping, the official will stop play again. Carter Schiefelbein will check in. It'll be Central basketball. Nice defensive play once again. The block of the shot by Caden Matthew. 31-22. 2 minutes to go as we start it up again. Right to left with Rapid City Central. Traveling partners, Stevens and Aberdeen, playing today as well. We'll get an update on that. Of course, the girls' games out west will start in just a little while. Here is White from Junior Allen. 3 ball is up. It's no good. Olsson collects the Pierre rebound. Gilbert 1 out of 7 so far from long range here. Here comes Sonnenschein. He'll leave it with Olsson. Sonny got put to the floor hard by Caden Matthew trying to fight through a screen. And Brianna Kusler is not happy at all. And Caden Matthew just continues to play very hard basketball right now. He had that battle with Dawson Getz, and now he runs over Sawyer Sonnenschein, and VK getting a little impatient here. Matthews first personal. Inbound comes to Schiefelbein. He tries to get it back to Olsson, but Gilbert White intercepts the bounce pass. Now White going the distance, lays it up and in, but a foul is called first coming down the lane. It's a foul on the floor. 1:25 to go. I'm going to say this right now. It's starting to get a little bit physical, maybe a little chippy here. And what we've got is just a fast-paced game, and sometimes when you're moving so quickly, collisions happen. I wouldn't say that there's dirty play going on right now, but just a lot of physicality. Here comes Allen to the rack, and that one interrupted by Carter Schiefelbein. Rebound is pulled down by Pierre. Olsson looking for Sutton Sonnenschein underneath, but it's knocked away by Rapid City Central. And the Governors will throw in off the right side of the key. And we've got a sub coming in for Rapid City Central first. Benbow will check out. Sean Smith, 5'10 junior guard. in for the Cobblers with 1:13 to go. Second quarter. Luke Olsson to inbound. He'll try to lob it in, but there's a push from behind by Matthew. And the Governor's student body appreciates that call. Matthew with his second personal. And Caden will check out for Rapid City Central. Pierre will shift here a little bit. Sutton Sonnenschein to inbound. Junior Allen, starting point guard, back in. The inbound to Olsson. He'll fire a three. That's off the front of the rim. No good from the right side. Sonnenschein runs down the rebound, and then he'll be held, and a foul will be called. An offensive board here. Another thing that I'm kind of thinking about, historically, there have been a number, in my recall, I mean, this is my 22nd year of covering Governor basketball, but games against Pierre and Rapid City Central, they can get a little bit chippy from time to time. Here's Olsson inside, lost the dribble, picked it up, got rid of it. Now Dill just tries a 15-footer left side. That's no good, and there's a foul called on the Governors trying to get a rebound. It looks to go on Sutton Sonnenschein. Everybody's just got to settle down a little bit here. We've got a minute to go toward halftime, 31-22. Sonnenschein actually with his third personal foul. Team foul number 4 in the quarter for the Governors. Junior Allen gets one away from Sonnenschein, gets a long pass up ahead. Preston Yellow off to Sean Smith, Julius Duran, now Gilbert White for three, but that's short over in the corner. Has a Pierre rebound. And across the timeline, slowly with it. He'll give it to Sonnenschein. Sawyer out there. Sutton's also out there. Pierre bleeding the clock a little bit. About 5 seconds difference between the shot clock and game clock. Shot clock now hitting 10 and counting down. Olsson fakes a pass, puts it on the floor to the free throw line, spins, tries to lead in. Floater is up, rattles no good. It is Carter Schiefelbein with a rebound and a putback in midair. And the Governors get a big bucket here. And Rapid City Central will not get a shot off to close out our second quarter and our first half of play. So on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, at halftime, it's Pierre 33, Rapid City Central 22. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. And we'll pause for 3 minutes. We'll hit the halftime break. A service of Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial. You'll find them in the Capitol Creek Center Plaza on East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Our halftime begins in 3 minutes. For the recap, when we come back, Pierre Governor Basketball, your official home of the Govs, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Ameriprise. Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Protect what matters most with the Britney Schiefelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Britney Schiefelbein Agency, LLC.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Pierre Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan, and they're focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box.
Start scoring. The Governors scored the next 10 points from there, and they haven't trailed. They've had a big lead of 13, but Central had a pretty good flurry in that second quarter. They cut it all the way down to 6 at one point, but the Governors finished a little bit better, and right now the lead at the half is the same length as what it was at the end of one quarter play. Pierre led 19-8 after 8 minutes. They lead 33-22 here after 16 minutes of play. And the Governors started hot, 8 out of 12 in that first quarter. They go 7 of 16 in the second period, 15 of 28, better than 50% overall. 3 out of 7 from outside the arc, even though they were 0 for 3 in the second period. They are 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Already 7 players in the scoring column for the Governors as Corday Austin leads with 10 points. 7 for Dawson Getz, including a 3. 2 3-balls down for Sawyer Sonnenschein. He has 6 points. Luke Olsson, for the second day in a row, has been held to 4 in the first half of play, but he did blow up a little bit in the second half last night with 14. Sutton Sonnenschein, Carter Schiefelbein with 2 off the bench each, and Eladio Simmental has 2 points for Pierre with 33 total on the board. Meanwhile, for Rapid City Central, after starting a little sluggishly, 3 of 14 in the first period, they'll hit 4 of 12 in the second, 7 of 26 overall. They're trying to hit the threes, but and they didn't hit any in 10 tries last night. Today, they're 4 out of 17 so far, and they're 4 of 6 from the free throw stripe as well. They are led by Caden Matthew, who has 6 points, as well as Julius Duran, who also has 6. Matthew has 2 threes. For his 6 points. Gilbert White Jr. has 5. Junior Allen with a 3-pointer down. Waylon Benbow with a bunny down as well for 2. And that's all the scoring for Rapid City Central, 33-22. Pierre has a 16-12 rebounding advantage so far, but Central has a 5-4 edge on the offensive glass, including 4 of those from Julius Duran. Gilbert White also with 4 rebounds individually. Dawson Getz leads the Govs with 5 rebounds here in this first half. Both teams turning the ball over 6 times, a little bit better in the second period than in the first for each team. And whereas the Governors have a 9-6 advantage in the assist column, Luke Olsson with 5 of those dishes, as he did last night in the first half as well. And Pierre leads 33-22. You see one player in foul trouble, though. Sutton Sonnenschein off the bench was dinged 3 times in that first half of play. Corday Austin picked up a couple of fouls. Caden Matthew with a couple of fouls for Rapid City Central. A little bit chippy, but a lot of up and down play. It's been a fun one so far. 33-22, the Governors lead. We'll take another 3-minute break, and we're back with more Pierre Governor basketball at the half.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Getting ready to head out to the game or getting back afterwards? DJ Cenex is a must before or after your travels. DJ Cenex has a great selection of hot and cold snacks. They're second to none for your choice of hot or cold beverages too. And when you're heading out, be sure to fuel up with quality from the pumps at DJ's with 3 different grades. Back late? No problem. DJ's features pay at the pump convenience 24 hours a day. DJ Cenex, 507 West Sioux and Pierre. Your choice for quality service and selection.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hello, this is Charlie Grossenburg from Grossenburg Implement. I'd like to take a moment to extend a warm and heartfelt Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all our loyal customers, hardworking employees, and the incredible community of Winter and the surrounding areas. From our family to yours, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and love of family and friends. Thank you for your continued trust and support. We look forward to serving you in 2025 and beyond.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal.
Quarter number 3, 33-22, the Governors lead. Rapid City Central took a quick look at wrestling standings of the Rapid City Invitational, where Governor boys and girls wrestlers are competing. Governor boys are in 10th place right now with 113.5 points. Sturgis well out in front of the pack at 223. Bismarck at 155. Next in line to the Pierre Governor girls are leading that tournament over Bismarck and Canton. It's Pierre at 188.5. Bismarck 172.5. Canton at 133 in third place of the Rapid City Invitational, which is starting to wind down out at the Monument in Rapid City. Governor girls basketball players are out in Rapid today. They'll start in a little bit on KGFX, trying to get their first win of the day. They were beaten 64-30 at Rapid City Stevens last night. Justin Cowart will have the call on that one on KGFX today. Brian Oakland here, and we're underway. Comtech opening possession of the second half belongs to the Pierre Governors. Working that shot clock all the way down. Eladio Simmental with a pump fake. Tried to lean in, got his own rebound off of a miss. The second chance won't go either, though. And the Cobblers will get the rebound. They'll push it up ahead. Cobblers now left to right. Here's a three ball for Caden Matthew. Up and good. Matthew, who hit a couple in the second period, starts with a good one here in the third. 33-25 our score. Starting five out there for both teams. Here is Luke Olsson picking up a loose dribble. He'll find Dawson Getz with Julius Duran guarding him. Sawyer Sonnenschein pulls the trigger for three, but that's off the mark. No good. And it'll go out of bounds. The Governors start with Dawson Getz, Corday Austin, Sawyer Sonnenschein, Luke Olsson, and Eladio Simmental. Cobblers with the ball now, starting with Junior Allen, Julius Duran, Gilbert White, Caden Matthew, and Waylon Benbow. Pass comes to Matthew, now inside to Benbow, but he has his pocket picked, and it's taken away by Corday Austin. A takeaway for the Govs. Lead by 8, just underway here in the second half. Fast-paced style of play, and again, it got a little bit chippy in that second quarter, but hopefully teams are settled down a little bit here as we go to the second half. Gets out of the corner to Corday Austin. Govs in road green today, a travel day for Rapid City Central. Here's a 3-ball for Austin that's up no good. Allen has the position for the rebound. And the Governors are 0 for 4 to start here in the second half. Matthew wants another 3, won't get it, and Duran is over the top of Simmental, who is in position this time for a Governor rebound. First whistle, and the foul here goes to Julius Duran. That is his first personal today. 2 minutes in, second half. Central showing some token pressure in the backcourt, but Simmental with Benbow backing off across the timeline. Simmental will leave it with Luke Olsson. And Gilbert White just quick hands it, and he takes it right away. Up ahead, Matthew, no good. Short on the layup. And a little too easy that time, but it turned out to be kind of the tough part about it. Here is Sonnenschein using every inch of the rim, no good. Austin underneath gets an offensive rebound, and he's fouled on the way back up. Sawyer Sonnenschein going down the lane, and the little floater trickled all around, but it would not would not go down. Now Austin will toe the line as Junior Allen has whistled for his third personal foul. 33-25 our score. Just one three-pointer down so far in this second half. That was put home by Caden Matthew for Rapid City Central. Austin will try to get the Governors on the board for the first time since intermission, and he does with the first one good. It's only the second free throw attempt of the day for Pierre. They went 0 for 1 in the first half. Junior Allen checks out with those 3 fouls. Preston Yellow, 5'8" junior, on for the first time in the second half. Austin's second free throw rims in and out, no good. Matthew with the rebound. Yellow sets it up. He'll leave it with White on the right side. Comes to Matthew up top. Now to Allen at the free throw line. Rather, Duran. Julius Duran pulls the trigger there. That's no good. Sonnenschein pulls down the board. And the Governors up ahead again. Olsson jump step in the lane. Left-hand pass out to Dawson. Gets short underneath Simmental with the pickup and the putback. Gets a rare miss. It barely grazed the rim, and we've got a travel at half court now as Yellow gets trapped by 2 Governor defenders. Tried to lean between them, but loses his balance. And it's turnover number 8 for Central. 36-25, the Governors maintaining the double-digit lead that they had at halftime now. 36-25, as mentioned. Simmental free throw line. Picks up his dribble. Finds Olsson. And Olsson drives to the right side. Gets to Getz, and he's called for a travel. He stumbled a little bit, but I thought he might have got the pass away. As it is, it's also turnover number 8 for the Governors. 4:39 to play as we'll start up again. Man pressure from the Governors in the backcourt shown. 2-2-1 pressure. We saw that last night, and then last night against Stevens, they'd sag back into a 2-3 zone, which was really effective as it turned out. Not really seeing that right now. Here's Durant. Yellow, quick pass over to Gilbert White. 4-3, right wing. No good. Tip pass or tip rebound. Matthew misses a second opportunity. Now a loose ball collected by Sonnenschein. And Sawyer is reached in upon and fouled. Third team foul for the Cobblers here. This one goes to Waylon Benbow. That's his first personal. Dawson Getz will check out. Caden Ahart's a 6'2 sophomore on for Pierre for a substitution for the Govs in the second half. Pierre by 11. One thing I've seen last night in the win over Stevens, and so far today, and the Governors playing with a lead, they have been very comfortable in doing that. Obviously a 10-10 or a 10-11 season, including Sodak 16 a year ago. Some ups and downs. Here's Olsson. Nice moves, but he can't get the shot. He's a little bit short on the leaner. The bunny no good. Duran down with another rebound. Here come the Cobblers again. Benbow in the corner. Back out to Duran. Fakes right. Drives left. Down the lane. Off the glass and good. Tough shot, but a pretty one at that for Julius Duran. He has 8 points, and the lead is cut to 9 again, 36-27. 3:25 to go. Here's Austin, who got a man in the air, but as he comes in, he gets a clip by Duran. I'm not sure I saw an awful lot of contact on this particular play, but he might have gotten him on the wrist. Duran seemed to be a little miffed by the call as well. But Austin has 2 free throws, and the first one is good. Corday Austin. Going to be a fun player to watch for Governor fans this year if you haven't seen the Governors yet this weekend. Corday with a team-high 12 points. We'll try for number 13 here. He scored a dozen last night against Stevens as well. This one is also good. The lead to 11 again, 38-27. 3:20 to go, quarter number 3. Cobblers play catch, and now they'll get it across the timeline. They kick out to Preston Yellow, who's looking for 3, but that comes up short. Carter Schiefelbein in there gets the rebound, but up ahead it goes. Simmental got caught under the basket a little too much. His reverse comes up short. Cobblers with it again. Sean Smith in again for Rapid City Central. Yellow, nice pass on the baseline. Duran can't get the point-blank range shot. He'll get a rebound, and then Olsson will foul him hard to deny the putback. Tell you what, bunnies are they come at a premium sometimes, and sometimes they just don't go. They just don't fall. Duran found that out. Here, Luke Olsson, though, committing his first personal. First team foul for the Govs in the quarter, whereas Central has 4, so the Govs are in the bonus for the last 2:48 of this third period. Duran to shoot 2. The first one, though, is good. And he'll look for another one. Lead at 10 right now for the Govs. The second free throw is good. Duran 4 out of 4 with 10 points on the game. 4 of 4 from the free throw stripe. Simmental checks out for the Govs. Dawson gets back on in his place. And Rapid City Central will start to tighten up a little bit on the full court pressure here. Caden Aharts will try to advance. He'll get it to half court. Crosses there, then picks the dribble up, and Olsson comes to take it to set the offense up to the 2.5-minute mark of quarter number 3. Olsson, backdoor cut, and the pass fed nicely, and it's Dawson gets up and good. Luke Olsson delivers that pass so pretty. 40-29. Now Ole going for a steal, but he tips it back to the Cobblers who come and get it. Underneath Smith, outside Duran for 3, no good. Austin down with a rebound, and the Cobblers will reach in on him, and it looks like Duran again, judging by his reaction. That is his third personal. As Preston Yellow comes out, Caden Matthew coming to the scorer's table. Junior Allen is back in for Allen. And Matthew will check in for somebody else after Corday Austin's first of 2 in a bonus situation here. First one this time. Corday is good. It'll be Duran out with his 3 fouls now. 41-29. Here leads by 12. And they can match their biggest lead of the game if Austin hits his second freebie here. It is up and in and out, no good. Loose ball, Benbow blocking out, finally goes to get it. And it's Rapid City Central basketball, trailing by 12. Julius Allen across the timeline, left to right. Rapid City Central in home whites today. It's the Governors in green with Rapid City Central on the travel day. Swing it over. Allen on the left wing, now skips it up top. Gilbert White, back to Allen, driving around Olsson. He closes off the baseline. He'll kick it back to White for 3, but Getz will get the backside rebound off the miss. Up ahead quickly. Governors in fast break mode, but Aharts can't get the layup. Now it's down to Central. And up ahead, White, fed by Sean Smith. Well, the Governors couldn't complete the fast break, but the Cobblers do. And they cut it back to 10, 41-31. Here's Olsson faking the pass, and he'll get the left-handed layup to go. Luke Olsson with 8 points, and it's a 12-point game again, just like that with 1:15 to go, third quarter. Cobblers cross the time barrier. Here's White faking 3. He gets it back to Junior Allen. Now Sean Smith bounces it toward the bench side with Allen. Now pushes it all the way across. Caden Matthew for three. Short. Tries to follow it, but it's Getz with the rebound. Dawson doing a good job on the boards today. Governors now pushing again. Up ahead to Schiefelbein as he dribbles between the legs, but his pass or his dribble knocked away and taken away by Junior Allen. Allen up ahead. Matthew fouled by Olsson, who thought he had all ball. Official says he gets him on the top of the head. So Matthew will go to the free throw line. Good job by the official. If it, he called it like he saw it. And if that's not exactly what happened, well, man's selling it pretty good. That's what you got to do. Always appreciate the officiating, even if it, and it's been pretty good today. Certainly this game got chippy in the second quarter. But you know what? At least they're out there doing the job, and it's not an easy one at that. Caden Matthew, 2 free throws. First one's good. He's had 3 threes, and now he hits his 10th point of the game. Governors shuffling in 2 top players, Olsson and Austin, who look to get a break for the last 40 seconds of this third period. Junior Allen is out for the Cobblers again. Benbow back on. Second one coming here from Matthew is up, and that one rims in and out, no good. Getz runs down another rebound. The lead is 11 for the Govs, 43-32. That was the lead at the end of one. That was the lead at halftime as well. Here is Aharts for 3 and good. Delivered by Dawson Getz, Caden Aharts. His older brother was a pretty good 3-ball shooter too. Couple of years ago, 46-32. Biggest lead of the day for the Govs. 15 ticks to go. Quarter number 3. Cobblers have Logan Soderlin, a 5'11 junior, on for the first time. Sean Smith for 3 here, trying to answer. Soft touch off the back of the rim, no good. Gets one more rebound. And the Governors will take a 14-point advantage to the fourth quarter on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. It's Pierre 46, Rapid City Central 32. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We take a 60, and we're back for quarter number 4. You're listening to Governor Basketball in your official home of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Wagner Auto
Isn't
Company.
a place to lock up money. It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX-FM, Pierre. Leave sooner, drive slower, live longer.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym. Brian Oakland with you on a Saturday afternoon. 46-32 here. There was one score I was checking up on, and it was on the football field where South Dakota State hosting the University of Incarnate Word in the quarterfinals of the FCS playoffs. SDSU leads 55-14. No problem in the ice and snow in Brookings at Dana J. Dykow Stadium. USD hosts Cal Davis here starting at 2 o'clock. Actually just kicked off in the Dakota Dome. Hoping to get some teams from our area to the semifinals. Cobblers start with the opening possession of our final period. And Gilbert White firing a 3, but that's off the front of the rim. Dawson Getz continuing to pull down rebounds at will. Here with their starting 5 to start our fourth quarter. Cobblers, it looks like they have their starters out there as well. Here's Olsson with a kick out to Austin, then to Sonnenschein and Sawyer, who hit 2 in the first period. It's his third of the day from long range. The lead grows to 17 now, 49-32. Pierre outscored Central 13-10 in that third period. Now Sonnenschein with a steal of a Gilbert White dribble. Sonnenschein takes a shot and misses, and then he'll fall down awkwardly on his shoulder, and the ball goes out of bounds off the miss. It'll be Central basketball. Just a minute plus gone by, fourth quarter. Central down 10 at Aberdeen Central last night. Came back to win that game 61-58. They're going to have a bigger hill to climb here today at Riggs High Gym. We've got an official play stoppage, a Gilbert White shoelace that came untied. And Jeremy Michelson with a chat with TJ Hay in that play stoppage, and Coach Hay going to take a timeout here. Just the second one used by either team all day, both by Rapid City Central. It's a 30-second Coke break brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. We're back in 30 with more Pierre Governor basketball.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal.
Back at Riggs, early fourth quarter here. They're at halftime in Aberdeen with the boys' score. Rapid City Stevens leading a low-scoring affair. There, it's 20-14. Stevens, who was here last night. Aberdeen Central, who lost to this Rapid City Central team last night. Battling in that one. Pull-up jumpers, we get back at it for Julius Duran. Comes up short, but kept alive underneath. Duran gets an offensive rebound, gets another one. Put back, still no good. Now another offensive board. Maybe. No, it's a loose basketball. And it is Gilbert White coming out of there, and he'll get up high and put a baby jam down. It took a long time. It was the fourth or the fifth effort for the Cobblers, but Rapid City Central finally gets one down. Here is White bodying up on Luke Olsson and gets just a little too much lean into this one. And a foul will be called. First team foul in the fourth quarter. First personal for Gilbert White, Jr. 49-34. Dawson Getz will inbound from the near side. He finds Eladio Simmental. Simmental hesitates, drives into the paint, kicks out here to Corday Austin. He'll leave it down with Getz in the corner. Now Dawson driving into the middle of the lane, and he'll get pushed and bodied too much. And that is Durant picking up a fourth personal foul. And the shot clock will reset again as the Governors will inbound from underneath. Durant stays in for Rapid City. Here's Olson to the cutter. It's Simmental up and in. Perfectly executed inbound play for the Governors. Simmental with 6, and the lead is 17 again, 51-34. White across the timeline, down to Caden Matthew. He'll drive and put a floater up. That's good. Caden Matthews showing some offensive prowess today. He leads Rapid City with 12 now. Here's Simmental, a little out of control, loses the dribble. It's picked up by Durant. Up ahead, White, and a blocking foul is called on Austin. Looked like Austin was standing his ground, and this time there was certainly contact. Maybe Austin was trying to sell it a bit, but a nice drive by White. He hits the basket, and he's got a chance at a three-point play. Gilbert White with 9. He can become the third Cobbler in double figures, but he does not. It's off the back of the rim on the free throw, no good. Benbow keeps it alive on the long rebound. Pass out to Matthew, got away, but Matthew picks it up. Now White hesitates, then fires for 3. He lost his rhythm on that. Here is Sonnenschein off the miss with the rebound. Up ahead it goes. Simmental will leave it. The Governors may slow it up just a little bit here. Nope, Olson wants to get going again. He's in the lane, leans in. Shot is blocked by Benbow. Benbow thinks he's got all ball. I'll bet he did up top, but he had an arm on the waist. Yeah, he really did have an arm down low and a little bit of a push. And once again, Caden Matthew kind of getting spoken to here by officials. And Luke Olsson is at the free throw line to shoot 2. Benbow with his second personal of the day. 51-38 to score. Central has scored 4 in a row. Olsson doesn't get the first one here. He's 0 for 2 from the stripe. Matthew will check out. And it's Preston Yellow back in. Rapid City Central, not an overly big team. Neither are the Governors. Looks like the tallest player that gets significant time is 6'4" for both teams. Luke Olsson, second free throw good. He has 9. Half of his point total from last night. Governors have played pretty well again today, though. 52-38 they lead, and we've got a foul on the floor here that'll go against Simmental. Number 3 for Eladio. Second team foul for Pierre. Central has 3 in the final quarter. 4:33 to go. Both teams get the full week off until next weekend. Friday and Saturday games for each. Central, by the way, goes on a 9-game homestand. In fact, their girls are opening the season with 11 in a row. Now Gilbert White, left-handed, a left side layup with a right hand. Scooped up and in. TJ Hay will take a timeout. He has nothing but fulls to use right now, so we'll take it with him. 52-40, a 12-point Governor lead. 60-second timeout from Coca-Cola Bottling and Pierre. We're back with more Pierre Governor basketball.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box.
Back at Riggs High Gym, Brian Oakland play-by-play. 52-40, a Governor's 17-point lead has now been trimmed down to 12 as we play our fourth quarter here in the capital city. Governors get it into Olsson. Starting 5 still in there for Pierre. Here's Simmental. Kind of pinned a dribble against his hip, and Rapid City Central with wondering where the whistle was. But here's another backdoor cut as Luke Olsson feeds Dawson Getz. Getz lays it up and in. He's in doubles with 11. And an Allen pass on the near side. A little too far away from Gilbert White. That'll go out of bounds. And it's 54-40. And now the Governors inbound gets away, but Olsson speeds it and runs it down. Got it to Sonnenschein. Now Olsson across the timeline, tried to pass. Saves a dicey situation from going out of bounds, and Brianna Kusler sensing a little trouble. She'll get a timeout in here. 3:45 to go. This is a 1-minute Coke break. We're back in 60 with more Governor basketball. They lead 54-40 on River 92.7.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Tide Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience, learn from factory-trained service experts, and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Tide Machinery, Highmore, Miller, and Pierre, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
The best back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Contact your local Access Health Clinic today.
Back at the gym, Briggs High School out of the Governor timeout. The first one they've needed to use today. They lead 54-40 with 3:35 to go in regulation time. Here basketball as they'll work it around the perimeter. Sun and shine to Dawson gets. He picks it up at the free throw line. Shot clock is at 5 right now since that timeout. As Olsson tries to drive, he loses it, and it's picked up by Preston Yellow. Turnover number 11 by the Governors. Rapid City Central trying to build some momentum. They played a little bit better than Pierre so far since this fourth quarter began. Top of the key with it, Junior Allen lobs it underneath. Benbow tried to go alley-oop and lay it up and in. It's no good. Austin had the rebound, but then Benbow knocked it away. And then the Governors will commit a foul as it's lobbed back underneath by Benbow. It wasn't the best idea to try that shot for Benbow, but he did a good job by getting the hands play to knock it away. And it's actually it was a Pierre takeaway and then a foul on Rapid City Central. Now White will commit a foul. Benbow, by the way, committed his third. And now this is the second personal for Gilbert White. And it's the fifth team foul for Central in the fourth quarter. So Pierre will be in the bonus now the rest of the way, starting right now with Luke Olsson going to the free throw stripe. Luke will get a pair here. 2:59 with the clock stopping. And Olsson, who's struggled from the line so far, 1 out of 4 after rimming this one in and out. Luke trying to hit double figures. He'll be the third Governor to do that if he can. Still plenty of time to go. Second free throw is good. There's that 10th point of the day for the 5'11 senior. 55-40. As we'll continue to play through. Hey, the USD Coyotes scored first against Cal Davis. They lead 7-0. SDSU is into the semis too. 55-14 win over Incarnate Word. Here's a three, no good for Duran, I believe it was. Sonnenschein got in, got a rebound, but then traveled with it immediately, so it'll stay with Rapid City Central. And a new shot clock. We'll get a sub in here. Sean Smith in, Benbow out. As Allen will inbound off the right side of the key. To your right as you watch drgnews.com. Into Smith. Now Yellow with it. To the bench side, over to Julius Durant, trying to drive against Simmental. Shot is up and good in the middle of the lane, and a timeout taken by TJ Hay and Rapid City Central. Another 60-second break. We've got 2.5 minutes to play. 55-42 Governors. A 60-second Coca-Cola timeout with Governor basketball.
Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olsson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olsson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal.
Back at Riggs High Gym, Saturday afternoon ball, and 55-42, the Governors lead off of a Cobbler basket and timeout. Pierre will try to get it in. Cobblers setting up their defense, man-to-man, full court pressure, but Olsson will get it across for Pierre. Simmental had it, now back to Olsson again. Up to the top of the key, Olsson waiting for Sonnenschein to make a move. Miscommunication, loose ball, though, picked up by Corday Austin. Governor still in a little bit of a discombobulation here on this particular possession. Shot clock coming down to 12. Here's another tipped pass, and that'll stay with the Governors as Olsson tried to get it over near the bench. Brianna Kusler is going to send 5 new players in as we approach the 2-minute mark. So the starters coming out. Carter Schiefelbein, Caden Ahart, Lincoln Dilgis, Sutton Sonnenschein all coming back in. They've all been in the game so far today. And Caleb Morris, the 5'11 junior, will check in for the first time this season as well. Morris to inbound. And he'll get it in to Schiefelbein, but Schiefelbein's balance, which was off a little bit, took him to the center court stripe. And that'll be a turnover. Not a good way for the JVs to start their 2-minute tour of duty here to close out this errant Governor victory. Here's Allen up in the air, but that turned into a pass off to Sean Smith, who hits the 3. And 3 for the Cobblers. Now a takeaway for Gilbert White as he picks it up. He is fouled by Caden Ahart, who thought he had all ball. White with the bucket, and suddenly Rapid City Central within single digits, 55-47. Ahart's his first personal. And Junior Allen will try to finish off a 3-point play. Back-to-back turnovers here for the Governors, and 5, make it 6 points off of those turnovers for the Cobblers. A 7-point lead, 55-48, and a timeout taken by Brianna Kusler, and she'll tell all starting 5 to get your butts back on the court. 1:39 left. And a full timeout taken here by the Governors. With 30 seconds, we'll take it with them. A Coca-Cola timeout, and we're back with more Pierre Governor basketball.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit.
Back at Riggs out of the Governor Coca-Cola timeout. I'll be honest, I think Brianna Kusler, when she put her subs in a moment ago, maybe she thought Rapid City Central would counter and sub down as well. They did not. And really, I think with a little over 2 minutes time left in this game, I don't think that really was the right time for TJ Hay to sub down. And well, Rapid City Central on a bit of a flurry, and the lead is cut to 6. It's 55-49. So the starters for Pierre are back in. As they'll get it inbounds, here comes Olsson up the timeline after getting away from Gilbert White, who was contesting the inbound. Olsson loses the dribble again. He's done that a few times today. Ball is picked up by Sean Smith. Now a 3 can cut it down to 3. Julius Duran, no good. White will tip the rebound out of bounds. It belongs to Pierre. Rapid City Central, again, they didn't quit last night. They came from behind up at Aberdeen and got a 3-point win. The Governor's going to have to play 48 full minutes here. Getz trying to inbound, just shy of a 5-second violation. Austin just gets clotheslined a bit here, and that's Duran's 5th personal foul. So the Governors can try to help their cause by getting to the free throw line, and they'll try to put some shots down from there. Duran with his 5th personal. He'll foul out with 12 points. See what Rapid City Central can be capable of this year. And again, this is a group of 5 starters plus maybe 4 or 5 different players off the bench who are all just kind of getting together. And they haven't really put together a lot of chemistry. They'll get that, and they'll grow that as this season goes along. Obviously, we're just getting started. Here's Austin at the free throw line. The first one, rims in and out, no good. Every point right now for the Governors can be very important. Right now it's a 2-possession game with 1:14 to go. 1 free throw can make it a 3-possession game, and Austin's 2nd free throw will not go. Simmental up high, tried to tip it, but he can't get it. Preston Yellow down with the rebound. Central back with it. White for 3. That's no good. Dawson Getz with another big board. White has only hit 1 3 in this game in 13 tries, but somehow Central gets the ball back. Preston Yellow with a steal. Up top, it goes to Junior Allen. Matthew for three. No. Olsson up with the rebound. Central getting really antsy on the bench. They were ready to explode, but now a foul in the backcourt. And Rapid City Central, who came to this fourth quarter on a 5 for 25 clip from long range. I think I would add so far another 1 out of 7, in fact. They've tried and tried. Their percentage better than it was last night. They didn't hit a single one last night, but not great today. Olsson for 2, and the first one is good on the line. Don't know who had the foul. Doesn't really matter right now. Pierre leads by 7. 47 seconds to go. Second free throw good for Olsson, too. Scoreboard says 10 for Ole. Doesn't jive with what I've got. Here's Junior Allen hitting a 3. And we've got a 5-point game in the final Rapid City Central timeout taken with 40 seconds to play, 39.9 to be exact. It's 57-52. We're back after this 30-second Coke break. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
You're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
That moment. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal.
Well, certainly not over yet. It seemed like it was close to being over a couple of minutes ago, but here, whereas Pierre was leading 55-40 at one point, it's Rapid City Central on a 12-2 scoring run in the last minute and a half. But really, even minute and 45 seconds. But it's 57-52 now, and Pierre has to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. Rapid City Central has really stepped up their defensive effort and their quickness and everything they had working for them last night in the second half. Here's Olsson trying to get it around White, and White takes it away, and it's Luke Olsson just having trouble taking care of the basketball. The steal for White and a layup and in, and then on the inbound, another foul that'll send the Governors to the free throw stripe. This one cuts it to 3, though. White on the scoreboard says he has 19 points. I have him for 16. I think they gave a 3-pointer earlier to White when it was either Sean Smith or Junior Allen who scored it instead. As it is, Olsson at the free throw line, and White committed the foul, his 3rd. Luke Olsson does not get the first of 2 here. You hear a lot of noise, perhaps. It's the Rapid City Central faithful making it all. Olsson, second free throw good. A 2-possession game with 30 seconds to go. 58-54. Allen, White, tip of a pass. Olsson gets a big steal. And now he will be fouled. Central stopping the clock as they need to. Still 19 and a half seconds left. The foul here goes to Sean Smith, but that's Luke Olsson getting a steal, whereas he has been stolen from here a few times in this fourth quarter of play. 58-54. The first one this time is swished. Ole with a big one there, 59-54. Obviously, still a 2-possession game regardless of what happens here. Brianna Kuzler may get a timeout if Luke makes this one. He does. She does not take it. 60-54. White will go to the rack quickly. He'll score. Rapid City Central out of timeouts, though. 10 seconds left, and Olsson will be tackled by Junior Allen. And when I say tackled, he just reached out and held Olsson after he faked a pass and tried to advance up the floor. Not an intentional foul, but it is a 5th personal for Junior Allen, who will foul out with a pair of 3-pointers. 6 points overall. Good conversation between Junior and Jeremy Michelson, the official, who had to make the call. 8.9 seconds left. 60-56. Govs by 4 as Olsson shoots freebies again. This one with a good shooter's touch. And Luke's point total starting to climb with the help of these free throws. You'll look for one more, up and in and out and back in again. 16 for Luke Olsson, or 15 rather. White streaking to the basket. No good. The rebound to Austin. And the Governors will outlast the Rapid City Central Cobblers on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Furious rally by the Cobs in that fourth quarter, but Pierre with a 2-for-2 weekend on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. They beat Stevens last night. Today, they beat Rapid City Central by the score of 62-56. Scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Use their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Governors 2-0. Rapid City Central starts the weekend 1-1 with a pair of games on the road. And as mentioned, they've got 9 in a row at home coming up. Got a full post game on the way as well. We'll take a 3-minute step aside. We're back with our Family Dental post game. Family Dental with offices in Pierre and in Gettysburg. We got the full recap. We'll hit a conversation with Coach Kusler, maybe a player or two as well. We've got your Hermanson Endodontics big plays of the game. We'll announce a Cowboy Country Store's player of the game as well. As you're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball with a Family Dental postgame in 3 minutes on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Peitz Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Peitz Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Keenholz wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and drgnews.com.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box.
Back at Riggs High Gym, it got a little dicey for the Pierre Governors, but they take a lead with 10 points in a row in the first quarter. Never did trail again. Rapid City Central scored the first 3 points of this game. Then Pierre up 10-3. Pierre extended the lead to 19-8 at the end of the first quarter. They still led by 11 at 33-22 at half. And they got a lead up to at least 17 in that third and even fourth quarters, but they led 46-32 at the end of the third. And then with about 2:06 left, Pierre led 55-40, only to have Rapid City Central come back and make it a 3, maybe a 4-point game. It was a little tight, and Brianna Kuzler put 5 subs in, and things really kind of unraveled from there. The starters had to come back in, try to nail it down, and they did. Luke Olsson made enough free throws in that fourth quarter, even though Central outscored the Governors 24-16 in the final stanza. Pierre still outlasts them, and they win it by 6. Final score 62-56 as the Governors start 2-0 on the season. Pierre shot pretty well overall, 15 of 28 in the first half, 7 of 17 in the second half. That included just 3 of 4 from the field in the fourth quarter. Of course, they spent a lot of time at the free throw line, and they also turned the ball over 7 times. So that's 7 possessions lost, and that's all because of that Rapid City Central defense that really stiffened and quickened as well. But 22 of 45 of the Govs overall on the floor, 5 of 12 hitting from long range, and they'll go 13 of 20 from the free throw line. 8 players in the scoring column for Pierre. They're led by Luke Olsson, who turns out a 17-point performance. And again, most of those in the 13 of those in the second half, and in the fourth quarter, it was Luke hitting 9 of 12 free throws. So that's where he's doing most of his dirty work here today, especially when it counted the most. 17 for Olsson. Corday Austin, another fine day with 14, even though he was a little quiet in that fourth quarter. Sawyer Sonnenschein hits 3 threes. He'll finish with 9 points. Dawson Getz has 9 as well. And Eladio Simmental with 6 points, then a 3-pointer down for Caden Aharts. Carter Schiefelbein with 2 off the bench, and Sutton Sonnenschein with 2 off the bench. 62 for the Governors down today. For Rapid City Central, a 2 of 13 third quarter turns into 11 of 22 in the second half, the fourth quarter rather. 13 of 35 overall second half. 20 out of 61. A lot of field goals put up, and a lot of those from outside the arc, where they hit 8 of 34 overall. 34 threes. They get 8 of them to go. 3 of them came in that fourth quarter. And they do go 8 of 12 from the free throw line. Gilbert White Jr. does lead all scorers with 21 points, and where I thought the scoreboard had him wrong, maybe giving White a 3-pointer that somebody else hit, when I actually had my stats, I was missing 3 points from the team as a total, so I assumed it was White. Maybe I just missed one myself. White with just a couple of threes in a bunch of attempts, but he does do a lot of other nice things today. 21 points for Gilbert White Jr., a couple of other double-figure scores, 12 apiece for Caden Matthew, who hit 3 threes in this one. Julius Duran with a dozen as well. Junior Allen with 6, and then 3 points for Sean Smith from long range. Waylon Benbow with 2 points. Central, great comeback effort, but it comes up short, 62-56. We'll get the rest of the stats coming up in just a bit, with rebounds and turnovers and assists and things like that. But let's take another 3-minute break. We expect Coach Kusler up here in a bit as well. This is our Family Dental postgame. Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. Govs win on River 92.7.
From Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business. Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olsson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olsson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olsson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olsson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
You asked for it. Nonstop flights between Pierre and Minneapolis. Now you can book nonstop flights from Pierre to Minneapolis and Denver on Denver Air Connection. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets with fares starting at just $119 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Business, pleasure, a game, a winter getaway. It's easy when you fly from Pierre. Visit DenverAirConnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Minneapolis flights begin November 30th.
In a world that's always moving, your journey matters. And at Iverson Auto Group, we're here to get you on the road with a great selection of new and used vehicles and trailers, and keep you on the road with top-notch service, maintenance, and support. Every mile of your journey, the experienced team at Iverson Auto in Mitchell and Huron are here to help. Visit us in Mitchell and Huron, or start your search at iversonauto.com to begin your journey today.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box.
Back at Ringside Gym as our Family Dental postgame continues. Coach Kuzler is up to talk to us about a second straight win for the Governors. 52-41 against Rapid City Stevens last night. Today, 62-56. Coach, you had a double-digit lead for most of the time here today. And, well, I think you were about ready to you kind of put an end to the day, but you subbed down, and then all of a sudden Central comes up, and maybe you thought they were going to sub down too. I personally thought it might have been a little too early, but you had to send the starters back in, and order was restored, so to speak. You get another win, and really another scrappy win, another well played win, some good defense, maybe a little dicey, I guess, is the word I use in that fourth quarter. Not taking care of the basketball, but all in all, a win is a win, and you learn from the wins just as much in this case as you do with a loss, if that would have been the case.
Certainly, and that's on me right there. And I wouldn't even say it was subbing down. Those 5 guys were all in our rotation today, but they all 5 don't play together necessarily through varsity at once. So but that's on me for taking them all in or putting them all in that position. We weren't ready for it yet, and we will be. They're just fine. They're young, still inexperienced, but perfect way to get some experience, right? And you certainly, I would say for 3.5 quarters, there was a lot of really, really good things, and still in that last 4 minutes, still some really good positive things, but a lot more that we can learn from as well. And I think that's certainly something that we're going to do is be able to go back and watch some of that. And we talked in the locker room of watching it with the approach, a lot of conviction. We've got to be able to watch it with the intention of individually, my bias of myself, everything is tossed out the window. I need to learn from areas that it's going to ultimately allow our team to improve. And we've got awesome kids in our locker room who I know will do that and are capable of doing that. And that's their challenge now, is to see from this weekend we weren't perfect and we didn't expect to be, but I was most excited and proud, I think, of the way that we responded to adversity and found a way at the end of the day to get 2 wins. And good, bad, ugly, anything out there, whatever, a win is a win, and there's a lot that we can continue to learn from and grow from, and you're gonna have some growing pains with some youngsters, and that's okay. They did a great job, and they're gonna learn a lot in that last few minutes there. We certainly, again, that's on me for not recognizing that sooner.
You got a total team win, as we talked about last night, and pregame here today. Yesterday, total team win. I feel the same way today. 8 players in the scoring column, and you start off by it's amazing what a good thing it can be, just hitting some shots and getting settled in and comfortable offensively, especially when you hit them from long range. And really, like last night, you just maintained the lead, and I thought you managed the game for the most part very well today again.
Absolutely. I mean, we kind of kept it at that 10 to 15. I think we extended it to 18 at one point, but we kept it at that range for the majority of the game, and just kind of weathered storms, and a lot of credit to Rapid City Central they kept the pedal down, and they were prepared to make this ball game at the end, and they made some shots down the stretch, and it's easy in those situations where all of a sudden things have get tense and you tense up, and rather than playing aggressive, I felt like we maybe got a little tentative down the stretch, and that's okay. That's to be expected, but absolutely an area that we can grow from, and learn and improve, and we will. But overall, 8 guys scoring, that's outstanding. That getting the whole crew involved and being able to spread the wealth as much as possible makes things difficult on teams to have to defend 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever guys we end up going deep. There's still guys that didn't get in either of these days that we're confident in, that eventually they'll be ready to go. And we would like to even improve some of our pressure full court, and be able to rotate more guys and a lot more. We got some quick athletes who are capable of wreaking some havoc out there, and that's a good thing to have. I'm glad they're in our gym.
Another thing I like when we talk about keys to success all the time, it always starts with rebounding, and you're over 30 rebounds here today as well. And that's going to happen when teams are throwing so many 3-pointers up there as well. They finally started hitting some, but you've been defending the 3-point shot very well this weekend.
Yeah, they last night they went 0 for 11 from 3-point line. We knew coming in they weren't going to do that. Of course, first shot they hit was a 3-pointer. I think we would have liked to contest a little bit better on that, but nonetheless, we knew they weren't going to stay in that drought forever. And they knocked down quite a bit of shots. Number 11 and a lot of their guards, they broke down our defense, whether it was man or zone. They really broke things down and penetrated well to be able to force some rotations, and that's I'm glad, because it exposed a few things for us defensively that we can continue to work on. Again, we're not being perfect right now, and that's totally fine. We got to get back to practice, and that's great. A coach's dream is 4 days of practice in a row here. Probably kids are like, let's play again, please. But nonetheless, very, very proud of their effort, and the intention on the glass was very impressive.
All right. 4 days of practice, as you said. Then it's on the road for the first time this year, Sturgis and Spearfish. Sturgis Friday night, and probably a winnable game certainly there, and Spearfish I think is going to be a little more athletic of a bunch, but still you got to be more comfortable knowing that you're 2-0 instead of 1-1 or 0-2.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good feeling. I think we talked about, again, winning the day. Today we were 1-0. Overall, we're 2-0, which is great. But we're concerned more about what's taking place in our locker room, in our gym, and that's something that controlling the controllables is something that we talk about a lot, and that's something that we'll continue to do regardless of who our opponent is. There's a lot that we can control on our side, and I thought that for the most part today, we dictated the tempo of things and played the game that we wanted to play and forced them into some uncomfortable situations, which was great. And we'll continue to do that, continue to add in a few other things as well. I'm glad, that the preparing for the first, getting everybody settled into the game of basketball and everything after, whether they come from golf or football or cross country or soccer or nothing. It's easier said than done, and everybody's in the same page, but I think we are in the same boat. But, I think it's nice, deep breath. That's what we did when we walked in the locker room. Is all right, deep breath. A win is a win. We're done with this first weekend out of the way. Now we can get back to work.
The last question, whatever they're coming from, it seems like they're pretty well conditioned for the early part of the season, aren't they?
They've bought into, we like to do a lot of conditioning with ball in our hands as much as possible, but our first week of training, we have what we call our toughest gov challenge, and that is every single day, 9 through 12, about 15 minutes at the end, and they're all broken into teams, and it's exactly what the name indicates. I mean, it is hard, and if you ask any boys, they embrace it. I wouldn't say they like it, but they love it because they know it's good for them. They know that it's preparing them to be able to be conditioned for this, and teaches them a little bit about how tough they actually are, which is great.
All right. Hey, Coach, great couple of wins. Have a good week of practice. We'll see you in Sturgis on Friday.
Thank you. Thanks.
Brianna Kuzler, the Governor head coach. The Govs beat Rapid City Central today, 62-56. Let's pause for another 2-minute timeout. We're back with more of our Family Dental postgame next in Governor basketball.
At Busse Ford in Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Busse Ford in Highmore and experience the difference.
Busse Ford, building partnerships for life.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Being local means more than being just another small-town business. It means showing up for our member owners when they need us, supporting the organizations that empower the next generation of community leaders and agriculturalists, and providing resources to help ensure the communities we live in are here for generations to come. At Agtegra Cooperative, local isn't just about where our locations are. It's about serving our farmers, our employees, and our communities in ways that nobody else will.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box.
For coming up and talking to us about this one. Let's get back to the stats. We've given you the scoring. Here are the rest of the stats that I've got for you. 34-26, a rebounding advantage. As mentioned, we talked about rebounding with the coach. The Governors were out rebounded on the offensive glass, 10-7 overall, but still a good job in rebounding, especially with all of the misses from long range that can sometimes bound off a long ways when you're missing threes, as was the case from Rapid City Central. Dawson Getz leads with 11 rebounds unofficially. I've got Julius Duran with 8 boards for the Cobblers in this one. Governors got a little bit careless, but Rapid City Central's defense had a lot to do with that in the fourth quarter. 7 turnovers in the fourth period for the Govs, 16 overall. Still not a bad number. They only had a dozen last night. 13 turnovers for Rapid City Central, but the assists keep on coming. 8 assists for Luke Olsson, 14 overall for the Governors, and 11 assists. And a pretty good job for Rapid City Central there. Gilbert White had 4 of those. Also leading all scorers with 21 points was Gilbert White. So those are the stats. The Govs win the one that matters the most, and 62-56, the one on the scoreboard. It all happens because of big plays of the game. Your big plays are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics and River 92.7 broadcast. Let's touch on those after this from Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Hermanson Endodontics of Pierre with big plays of the game. And really, to me, there's a few places where big plays were made. And I'm going to start in the first period. The Governors scored 10 points in a row after yielding a 3-pointer from Rapid City Central to start the scoring. But a couple of 3-pointers by Sawyer Sonnenschein were big. Corday Austin was big in the first quarter underneath the basket as he scored 6 points in the first period. And just a 19-8 scoring advantage after one when the Governors really were looking good. They started with an 8 of 12 shooting effort, including 3 of 4 from outside the arc. So big plays made shot-wise in the first period. And then in the fourth quarter, obviously the Governors saw Rapid City Central coming back. Pierre had to kind of hold them off at the proverbial arm's length. There was another big 3 by Sawyer Sonnenschein that helped keep the lead at double figures. However, when it was 15, then 2 minutes to go, Rapid City Central really got kind of a turning point, and it looked like they were really going to challenge to take, at least pull within a tie, if not take the lead. They had a couple of opportunities with 6-point deficits to cut it in half with 3-pointers, but they still couldn't get them to fall. And then the Governors were hitting free throws after that, and Luke Olsson had a 9 of 11 or 9 of 12 effort down the stretch, actually 9 of 12 in the fourth quarter alone from the free throw line that also turned into big plays in this game. So 3-pointers to start and free throws, especially in the fourth quarter. As always, big plays of the game. You got to make your free throws, and the Governors made enough to get off to a 6-point victory here today. 62-56, big plays of the game, sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Certainly players of the game to talk about. They're brought to you by Cowboy Country Stores of Pierre in Fort Pierre. Governors get the win today, so we'll give one to one of them, but certainly pat the back of Gilbert White Jr., leading all scorers with 21 points. In fact, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16 of his points came in the fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken. So he was really struggling from outside the arc, but the fast breaks, the steals, the defense that he had in going for him in that fourth quarter. In fact, I've got Gilbert with 6 steals in this game, and he's pretty solid all throughout. He could be certainly player of the game worthy as he leads the Cobblers in a come from behind effort, but falling short today. Let's hear from Cowboy Country Stores, and we'll name our Governor player of the game when we come back with more Governor basketball.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach with delicious foods. 5-piece chicken tenders with wedges, just $9.99. Breakfast sandwich with hash browns, $6. Feed the family while on the go with delicious foods. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Fresh baked pastries, coffees, regular and breakfast pizzas. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores and Champ's Chicken in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Store's players of the game, and there's a few candidates. Obviously, Luke Olsson would be one of them, but we gave him a T-shirt for player of the game honors last night. We certainly like to spread the wealth as much as we can. Luke hit some big free throws down the stretch. I don't think he would have been my player of the game today anyway. There were big efforts from Corday Austin, who had 14 points, although he was held scoreless in that fourth quarter when things really got a little touchy for the Governors. You certainly like the 3 threes from Sawyer Sonnenschein, the hustle that he showed today. They were all big shots today, but I'm going to go with Dawson Getz today. 9 points for Dawson, but more impressively, 11 rebounds, and it really seemed, especially in the third quarter, big rebounds pulled down in the fourth quarter. Dawson just came up big in that regard. Always key to success when we were talking about that, and I'd mentioned a double-double. I thought it was a double-double, but he was only held to 9 points today. But still, 11 rebounds was big for the Governors, and certainly some big ones down the stretch. Dawson Getz is today's player of the game, as he'll get the T-shirt noting his accomplishments. Certainly, you kind of think of Dawson as a scorer, a three-point shooting threat, but when he's in there rebounding, he can bang around when he needs to, and that was the case here today. For Dawson Getz, your Cowboy Country Store's player of the game, the Governors win at 62-56. They're 2-0, and they will head out to Sturgis and Spearfish next Friday and Saturday. The Governor girls, meanwhile, are in action right now on KGFX. They had a tough night last night at Rapid City Stevens, but they do have a 30-21 lead at halftime at Nas Gymnasium today over the Rapid City Central girls squad. You can tune over that one. Feel free to go to 1060 AM or 103.1 FM KGFX. Justin Cowart on the call of that one as they look to try to even their weekend opening record of 1-1 on the season. Central is back home for 9 in a row. The Cobbler girls have 11 in a row at home, but Rapid City Central's boys, along with the girls, will be playing double headers for a while, and it is Mitchell and Huron that will be out in Rapid City next weekend. So that's what they've got coming up. We would wish safe travels to all Rapid City travelers here today. For anybody on the road, for whatever the reason, especially approaching the holidays, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all that seatbelts save lives. Let's all buckle up. We've all got someplace to be. Well, one quick check of what's going on to the Rapid City Invitational Wrestling Tournament. I'm not sure if it's over as of yet, but the Pierre Governor girls are comfortably out in front right now, 197.5 points to Bismarck's 178.5. That's a 19-point lead. Canton in third at 156. Meanwhile, the Governor boys, they faded back to 10th place with 113.5. Sturgis is going to win that tournament. They've got 229. Bismarck 165 next in line. We've got Governor Wrestling coming up in our next broadcast here on River 92.7 as Pierre hosts Aberdeen Central. The Golden Eagles will be here. They've got a deep and loaded team. Aberdeen Central's in 7th place right now at the Rapid City Invitational as well. Boys and girls wrestling coming up Tuesday night, and I believe we'll start at about 5:30. It might be starting at 6 o'clock. Don't quote me on that. We'll get the right time from drgnews.com. Listen for Justin Cowart's Sportscast as we continue toward Tuesday as well. So Tuesday, Governor Wrestling. Maybe Thursday, Governor Wrestling with Harrisburg. I got to check on that, but otherwise it's Governor Boys out at Sturgis Friday night and at Spearfish Saturday afternoon. Upcoming broadcast before the holiday here on your official home of Pierre Governor Sports, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Thanks to William Wilson for running the show in studio tonight or this afternoon, and for Brian Menning for doing the live video streaming with Live Ticket. You can rewatch these games at drgnews.com or the DRG News app of the River 92.7 page. And Live Ticket will be with us continued throughout the rest of this basketball and wrestling season as well. Our final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard today, Pierce 62, Rapid City Central 56. I'm Brian Oakland. Have a great week ahead. We'll see you Tuesday night here from Ringside Gym with Pierre Wrestling. And meanwhile, once again, your official home of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Good weekend to you, everybody.
This presentation.